to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com!
Yeah.
What?
Technology.
What?
Technology. Now I feel like everybody on every cable show that's going on right now where we look like shit probably.
Yeah, I'm definitely
spaces. Where are you at? There's a bunch of wires behind you.
Okay, so I was trying to hook up to Ethernet, so that's why I'm in this corner with wires behind me. It didn't work. It didn't work because they weren't long enough. So the only other option was to be inside the closet, which, you know what I mean?
R. Kelly was in there. He seemed fine with it.
Yeah. So I'm just proving today that no such thing as a natural beauty. Do you know what I mean? Which I say all the time, don't I?
You look great, actually. I look like garbage trash. Look, I'm in an Airbnb in Austin, Texas, while our place is being prepared.
Brag.
Carpet prepared. And I don't know what shade of pink I am right now or what's going on. It's about 109 here. And I was out in the sun yesterday, and I've lost track of time, space, and everything else, as well as everybody else has in the world. Los Angeles shut down everything yesterday.
Right. So let me set the scene just a little bit as far as in contrast to what you're going through.
Sure.
It's a cool 62 because it's early. Yeah, sun's shining. It's going to creep up slowly, beautifully to a 72, 75. Gorgeous, sunny.
Yep.
Restaurants open, everything outdoor. You know,
you're kidding.
The city is allowing businesses to make money however they feel they can do it safely, right?
And so the city, but you're in Ojai, correct?
I'm in Ventura.
You're in Ventura. Okay. So Los Angeles itself, Los Angeles proper.
Yes.
Is they've shut everything down.
Okay, so you guys, they're done though. Like they're done as a city. So So I was in the airport. For example, got a rental car from Thrifty, right?
Big fan of them.
Big fan.
We're a big Thrifty family.
Oh,
everyone knows that.
Oh my God. I mean,
no, we have no allegiance to any rental car company.
To know us is to know Thrifty, I feel. So get the Thrifty thing. I'm waiting for the tram. Waiting. Because, here's another story about how much I'm a rule follower, right? So you do this thing where there's a rental car company right next to...
right next to the what? You're fine.
I know. I just need to make sure this phone is off.
It is. It was mine. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Technology, man. It's me on this one. Everybody knows that I hate technology and I'm no good at it, Jabes.
Sure.
No good at it.
All right. Sorry. So, we're working out the kinks, guys. We say it every show. Waiting. You say, hey, there's a Fox tram for Fox rental car that comes and it's right next to Thrifty. They don't like you to do it. As soon as I hear that, I'm done, right? They don't like you to do it, but go ahead and get on the Fox tram and then you just walk over to Thrifty. So I, for the first time by myself, was going to break a rule, right? And be like, okay, like maybe there's going to be confrontation, but I'm going to be fine with it. I'm just going to walk and not look back. That's what I'm like gearing myself up in the tram. I'm like, if he says anything, I'm just going to act like I don't hear him. You know what I mean? So I get off at Fox, walk over to Thrifty, ghost town. Not a business anymore. There's just trash everywhere. It's completely dark. I'm in the middle of LA airport land with you know what I mean? I've broken a rule and in a sim world, it's shown me that I'm not allowed to break rules, right? Because if you do, you're going to be in the middle of nowhere with homeless people. And I mean, because LA is just, it looks like a wasteland. So nobody's picking up trash. No one's beautifying, nobody's working on the plants or the, whatever, any hedges, anything, upkeeping, anything. And there's like, bags blowing in the wind. And I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Had to go back, whatever. I guess Thrifty is a tiny little thing inside Hertz now. So it's basically Hertz is where.
Did they combined? Yeah.
Didn't tell me that, though. Yeah. Would have been nice to know before I landed in Los Angeles at 10:30 at night.
Sure.
That maybe you don't drop a gal off in the middle of nowhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, LA seems to be a place that's not going to be able to accommodate businesses continuing to make money. Either they're not or they don't care. They know that they can just wipe people out and start fresh, right? If you get that small business out, you will have another one in there in no time that's going to pay higher rent than these people did, right?
Yep.
So it seems like they're just doing a cleanse, whereas Ventura is, as far as a city and city council and county is allowing businesses to continue to make money. It's going to be different. Wear your mask. It's going to be a different world, but we want you to be able to stay open as close to normal as you can. Right.
Right. I don't know what's going to happen with Los Angeles. My friends hit me up yesterday, who were still there, and they were on edge. Like this was the final straw for them. I even had a few just openly go to Facebook and say, is anyone hiring outside of the state of California? I need to get the fuck out of here. Our realtor said the same thing here. They were like, man, there is 1 million people. It seems like a mass exodus leaving California and coming to Texas, Arizona, Nevada. And I was just like, man, get ready because it's going to get a lot worse. Schools in 3 major cities last night are closed down for the fall completely. Kids are going to go to online classes. Los Angeles is one of them. San Diego, I believe, is the other. In Atlanta was another one, which I was surprised because now I don't know what parents are going to do. We have 2 kids. Right. Who's going to pay for that childcare? And are parents going to be able to go to work? It will be almost a full year for those 3 cities, at least at that point, where they haven't had children in school and have had to find some other form of help to watch their kids or to teach their kids. And I don't know how 1 hour a day of a virtual class, which, we did, is going to teach a kid to be smarter, to grow, to become a better human. Somebody brought it up to me last night. They said, hey, you have a child that's about to go to preschool. Now, preschool, you're kind of socializing with other babies and learning things, and there's some supervision there. And, you're teaching them to get ready and prepare for kindergarten. Right. What happens if that's gone?
Yeah.
I don't know the answer. It's not like you can sit out a kid a year of preschool. You can you?
You can. I mean, here's the thing with preschool, and we know people, we won't say on air, that like don't even do preschool at all. The only school that you actually have to do is kindergarten, right?
Right.
So there's people that just don't even do any of that preschool part, and they go right into kindergarten. I think that's a shock to the system, I would say. So I don't like to do that, but the preschool is one that they will definitely, because it's elective, they will definitely probably not do, which sucks, right? Because, for me, social intelligence is like very important. I would say it's, I guess it's not as important as academic intelligence, right? But it will get you really far if you don't have one. Do you know what I mean? If you don't have one, the other one's going to get you farther than the other, right? And social intelligence, I think, can almost get you farther in certain situations.
Yeah, and I remember Gloria Stefan when she said the rhythm is going to get you. And that's very, very close to social intelligence is going to get you as well.
Right. So it's like when people say stuff like that, when you're having a normal conversation, that's a and thank you for giving us an example
Sure.
of someone that, is not reading the room or social cues or
Yep.
like even in the vein of the conversation. And that can be quite annoying. And people will not want to hang out with you.
One would argue that if you live in Miami and have grown up there your whole life, what's more important, the rhythm or the social intelligence? And I don't have an answer for that, Jessie. I really don't.
Cool.
But you made it safely.
Cool.
You look great in Los Angeles, and that's the thing. I've got YouTube on in the corner here.
Okay, how does it look?
You look incredible. Hottest you've ever looked. I look like I am giving you a message from Al Jazeera, and that's I am in a cave.
But we were gonna
somewhere.
do this, remember?
Yeah.
With the hands.
Yep. It's very Armageddon right now. Very Armageddon. But I want at least this memory, because a lot of these shows we do, we've had different sets. We've been in different cities, different periods in our life. I want to remember this period like this where, holy shit, Zoom and everything that it encompasses really captures how horrible you can look as a human being. And I want to see this like forever and look back, hopefully, at 2020 and be like, oh, yeah, remember when we used Zoom for everything and all of us looked like garbage trash?
Right. But I actually don't understand how people, like, especially celebrities, don't reach out, to someone to be like, how do I, make this look a little bit better? Or so, like, I have a webcam.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck you, dude. There's your answer. I'm on a goddamn
with a ring light.
Are you really?
Look, I'm giving away my secrets.
Fucker, dude.
No, but like
I'm hidden over here like I'm like a goddamn Iraqi prisoner, and
I'm gonna send. I'll Amazon you the camera. Okay,
you've got simple. A ring light.
It's a ring light on the actual camera.
Oh, please give me food, please. I just want food. Don't shut the cage. Don't shut the cage. Give me food.
Dude, I had to go. I had to. I like dip. My hair's wet. My face looks like shit. Like I had to do myself some favors, which I don't understand. Like I'm saying, how celebrities with all their money can't like reach out to a YouTuber or something and be like, hey, I have an interview. I have a Giorgio, right? But like, you can't reach out to an interviewer or a YouTuber and be like, hey, I'm going to be on today's show. Is there anything I can kind of do to like make myself look the way that I always have presented myself to the world?
Yeah. Well,
no.
Congratulations. You did it. You did it. Right after this, they're going to take off my left leg and then beat me with it until I give them information about the U.S. So
you look like you're in the Ozarks. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like I am.
The show and the place. But
both. Yeah.
Both.
I don't give a fuck about shit, Ruth. That's a quote from Ruth. Ozark fans out there, super insider. But
I don't give a fuck
shit about fuck.
Oh, I don't give a shit about fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is. I want to chat about the new Bronco, James. I have waited for this my whole life.
My whole life.
Since they discontinued it, I've waited for this goddamn thing. I'm one of those people who have gone to the underground websites, like the underground Bronco websites and the fan pages and all that shit for 2 years now. 2 years I've dedicated myself to like, ooh, what's this going to look like? I can't wait. Oh my God, I need this. I need it. It got pushed for COVID. It was supposed to be released in March. And then they had the grand reveal on O.J. Simpson's birthday, which I thought was a genius marketing move.
Right. The fact that
they did not.
Do you think they did and they got too much backlash, or they did it for a little bit to get a little bit of buzz and then we're like, oh, sorry, and then switched it?
I'm not sure.
You win.
Win-win either way. They partnered up with ABC and Disney last night. Disney obviously owns ABC, and they did a grand reveal at 8 p.m. and everybody was able to go online, pay $100 and reserve it because it's not coming out till next year. So it's not coming out for another year. Spring 2021 is when they're expecting delivery. But let's face it, everything is late in the time of COVID. And because of China, we'll be lucky to have nice things by 2025. at this point. So
Sure.
the grand reveal happens last night, and I wept. I got a little weepy. I got a little teary-eyed over it. They knocked it out of the fucking park.
You think? What's your color?
Rave reviews across the board. So it crashed the site within 5 minutes. Ford crashed, and everybody wanted this goddamn thing. My favorite color so far, because they've got other colors. So they only released like 3 last night. There was a 2-door one with yellow. And look, I'm not a yellow guy. We have a yellow golf cart as a joke.
Right.
But like a bright yellow golf cart as a joke. But to get a yellow car in real life is rough. I don't know one friend in this life who has ever had a bright yellow car. Do you?
No, not seriously. It would be I've known someone that's done it in a sort of ironic way.
Okay. So I don't even have any ironic friends who would do that type of shit. I think the closest
from LA, so
yeah, I think the closest I've been
Everybody's
is like that yellow Lambo that's on Hollywood Boulevard that you can rent for $300 for the day.
And someone you know had it, or
no, we rented it.
oh, you did rent it.
Yeah, I think it was Jared who rented it. Anyways, it was a joke, like as a joke, right? It looked great on this 2-door, and I was like, oh shit. And then the 4-door dropped, and it was like this kind of like Carolina blue color. And then there was a silver one, and I'm all in on it, Jabes.
Wait.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it. How's that gonna? Okay, cool.
So I know what you're saying, because last night you were like, "No, you're not getting that. Like, we're not doing that right now." You know.
I think it's just because you made me get a minivan, and so I'm like, "Oh, cool." Is having a family getting in the way of you being cool?
That's what I said last night. Yes, because we were coming to LA to shoot. D'Anthony and I will be there this weekend. A minivan is great for production because you can get everything in there. You can get a million people in there. You were more worried about some zip around Sally car that you wanted for the.
But I love to zip around Sally. The only time that I get to zip around Sally is when I have a rental car because I have kids.
I understand.
So the big car, the lots of room for stuff, that's what I always have. And so for me, the rental is like I get to zip around and act like I don't have a family.
Yeah, but you will be able to get one after we get into town. You can get whatever you want after that. But we need it for production.
I got it's pretty nice. The leather seats.
It was nice last time.
All tricked out.
It was nice last time.
It's good. I mean, if I'm in Ventura, cool.
It's
just maneuvering around fucking LA. Like
I get it.
You know what I mean?
It'll be our LA car for our production and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
So last night you said absolutely not, and the site crashed. There was a rumor that they were sold out within minutes, and they were. I guess there's like a first edition Bronco that's like $63,000, and that was the one that sold out immediately. It had like leather seats and all that other shit. I'm the only weird person on the planet who does not like leather seats. I like cloth, simply because it's just hotter when you get in a car and sit down. Therefore, I like the cloth. I got it in that Silverado. I got the cloth, and they were like, "What?" Even the dealer was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, if you want to throw a fucking can of Copenhagen in there, go ahead, bro. I'm white trash. Like, I want the fucking cloth seats." So
I just feel like it retains everything, smell, stuff.
Whatever, man. That's part of life, dude. You remember the smell of your grandfather's bicycle seat? I do. Nope. Okay. I used to sniff it after a nice 10-mile ride in the middle of July after we get home. Take a nice whiff of it. So I get up last night I get off the phone with you because you flew in super late last night to LA. Get off the phone with you. It was probably what, 12 midnight sometime. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to pop on over to the Bronco site one more time. Maybe it's up. It was only $100 to reserve one. And I got in and they said, congratulations, Ross. You've got one reserved just in case you want this next year. No obligation to buy. But what that $100 does is it buys you a way to look at it on the lot in your nearest town. So I just get to take a little peeksies. For a hundo, I just get to take a peeksies, see how I like it. The only thing that I could see against it in my opinion, because I've had a Jeep Wrangler before, and the tops come off these goddamn things if you want that. They got everything in these fucking things. It's amazing. My only qualm with it is I wonder if it's going to be too small. Like, I felt like the Wrangler was too small for a big guy like me. The bigger models, like the Saharas, or the Rubicons, felt big enough for me. The back seat was a little small, so I thought I'd throw down a hundo just to check it out. If you don't like it, they refund your money. They refund your hundo back, which is nice. So it's nice. It's worth a little peeksies of it, you know.
Sure.
And it also gives me something to work harder for. Everybody knows that I love a good vision board, so I'll put that on my vision board above the computer while writing, and I'll be like, look, if I work hard enough and I achieve my dreams, maybe I can have my Bronco back again and be right as rain, riding down the 405 in a white Bronco again, just like old times.
Good for you.
Just like old times. I think they did miss out though on, because they did the whole 2-minute video on like off-roading shit. I think they missed a golden opportunity to just drive a white one down the 405. Because let's face it, because of COVID, there's no traffic in LA. You could have just taken one of those bitches in a fucking drone right above it.
No shit.
Got the same footage, and it would have been amazing. Like, it's here. It's here, 1995. It's here.
I don't know if they want to lean into that. I don't know.
But either way, they knocked it out of the park. Rave reviews. It's been trending all night and day, and everybody's amped that they got it right. And I'm certainly stoked about it. I read an article on it that just said Ford wasn't too keen on it, but there was a group of guys who were just diehard Bronco fans that worked there, and they were like, "We will dedicate our entire fucking lives to remaking this thing if you will let us." And finally, I guess after they were nagging Ford enough, they did. And these guys were OG Bronco owners. They loved the Bronco. They knew everybody loved the Bronco, and they got together and they were like, great, let's try to make this the best goddamn vehicle there is. And it was a massive, massive success, and Ford certainly needed it. So I can't wait to see these things in real life, because that's the only thing I don't know is how big they are.
Right.
You know, like some people were comparing it to like an FJ Cruiser, and my friends who have had an FJ Cruiser before, I've gotten in it and it was a little too small for me.
It looks like the Hummer too. Do you know what I mean?
I'm okay with that, but
where it's like not as big, but still a larger.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that size. I don't like the Hummer 2, obviously, but I like that size of vehicle. So if that's what it is, that's what it is. The other part about it is, and by the way, we're not sponsored by Ford. I'm just a huge fucking fan of the Bronco. Obviously, I've owned 3 or 4 in my life. But the other part about it is the affordability. So the base model, which still looks dope as shit, the 2-door, the retail value is $28,000. So like the third highest is $42,000. Like the highest one was like 62 or 63 or whatever it was.
Right.
So they're super affordable all the way around. And that was for a 4-door on that $42,000 model where you're like, oh shit. All right. So that's about the price of a 4Runner, like a nice 4Runner. So I'm looking forward to it. And I was real excited about it last night, James.
You were.
As one could tell, but I need to see it in whites. I need to see it in white. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that model would look good in white. I mean, we're not going to talk about it, but yeah.
What do you mean we're not going to talk about it?
I mean, we're not going to keep talking about it, but
no, not at all.
I don't think it would look great in white. Just the newness and black. I don't know. You guys have to look up the model. It'll look like the
murdered out wheels. I think it's going to look dope. My only question is whether or not, like, when you press the microphone, like for your phone on there, if the first thing it says is Al Cowling's voice that says, "You know who this is, God damn it, you know who this is." That's the only thing that I want installed in that, where it's like, all right, great. If anybody calls, or I call anybody and they're like, "Hey, hello," and then boom, I just press that button. You know who this is, God damn it. It's AC. You know who this is. That's all I want. That's all I want. Moving on, Jabes, because I know you're tired about the Bronco. If it was a rabbit, you'd go on and on about this goddamn thing. What was your car back in the day that you?
Yeah, it was a cabriolet convertible, cow seats, white.
So imagine if Cabriolet relaunched.
They did.
Did they really?
Yeah, it wasn't
I
great.
didn't see it.
I don't like a rounded model. I don't like a rounded reboot. Like I like the squareness of older cars and those like hard lines. Everything they're doing now with the revamps is just all rounded. And I just feel like, meh.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Not a big Cabriolet fan, but
Sure.
I'll take your word for it because you're a diehard on it.
Cool.
Cool. They found that girl yesterday from Glee. Drowned in the lake. Yeah, they did. And
okay.
That's a sad story. People were posting pictures. I was never a Glee fan at all of the TV show. But people were posting pictures online of her and that Corey Monteith. I forgot he died too.
Yeah. Glee was
on that cast.
People are saying, Glee is a tragic show. I mean, even like just scandal around everyone, right? So even Leah Michele, Corey, you know what I mean? Like there's just, it wasn't the beautiful, fun musical show that you thought it was.
Right. It's a strange one. So the son did live, and then she drowned somehow, and I guess there was zero visibility. Is that lake up by near you? Because I think I saw Ventura County was the research or the rescue team on it. I'm sorry, not the research.
Right. So Ventura County stretches towards like Simi Valley. Do you know what I mean? Like all the way, Simi Valley. So Ventura County is quite large. It's Los Angeles and Ventura. So that would encompass a lot more. And I think it's more south of me, the lake.
Got you.
It's not like right by where I'm at.
Gotcha.
But there was a couple things that people were saying. So in that lake, it's known for these weird whirlpool things that happen out of nowhere. And you just sort of have to be careful. Very rare, but like they happen. And so that was the first theory, right? Was like she was just in this boat and then a whirlpool happened. Again, I don't know if you're not, I don't think personally I would be out in a boat by myself with my kids. I'm just not a like avid, do you know what I mean? Like I'm not, I don't know enough. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Was there no one else with her?
No.
It was
them
two of
too. Them too. Where it's like if you're not, there's things you can take out. I don't know. I think it was a pontoon boat, which you still have to drive and start and steer and know your depths and all of this. So, I don't know. I think it was, it's just so freak accident tragic. The fact that the kid was alive and sleeping is good, but so sad as well.
So let me ask you this.
What did he see?
Well, here's the other part was if the kid was sleeping, right, in the boat, did she jump out to go swimming? Like, I'm confused, I guess. Why was she out of the boat?
Yeah, I think that's what the idea was. There was a picture that was taken an hour to 2 hours before. And it was a picture of him on this, I want to say maybe it was on land, or she was just sending a picture of her son and they were about to go swimming. So, and the boat was docked somewhere. So they were somewhere. I think she was swimming. I don't know. Okay. I don't know how you fucking drown. Like,
I know how you drown. Look, I've gotten caught in rip currents before, and like
it's a lake, dude.
I understand, but if you're saying if you're saying that there's like
some kind of shore, I mean, I don't know.
Like look, if you're not the best swimmer in the world, it's tough, man. To begin with, I just wouldn't venture out if I wasn't.
I just wonder when people rent out pontoon boats to people, what kind of things they tell them to do and not do, avoid and not avoid. Like, I don't know. That seems like two people out in the middle of nothing that didn't really know what they were doing, and it's tragic. Sucks.
Yeah, it's super tragic. But they did recover the body. there was a bunch of fans online who had asked, they said, check the cabins. She's got to be alive. And I think she's in one of those cabins. Yeah. So
what
much
would
so,
that explanation be?
Exactly. And so much so that they ended up doing it. The Ventura rescue team ended up doing it. And then they ended up, finding her body. What they said that they were using was some sonar that was able to detect things in a lake and all that other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they'll eventually do that for the Loch Ness Monster eventually one day. Jessie. Nessie. When I heard that technology, I was like, oh, why aren't we using that for the Loch Ness Monster too? But that's just me. There's a new poll out today, Jabes, for Mr. Kanye West. He is officially polling in the presidential race now.
Stop it.
Dead serious.
Ridiculous. This life is not real.
How many, what's the percentage points? Because you know nothing about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's your guess of how many percentage points he showed up in the poll?
Over both Trump and Biden?
Trump and Biden are included.
18?
No, that's real high. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh,
2%. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. It was 2%. 2%.
If it's not 18, it's 2.
Yeah. 2% though is a lot. To put it in perspective, the libertarian candidate that is running, Joe Jorgensen, does not have 2% at all. He recently announced his vice president pick. Kanye did. It is a woman, a pastor in Wyoming. She is into spiritual healing and things like that. So he has formed a full ticket. What they're saying is that the numbers have taken away from Trump and not Biden. I don't know if I believe any of that, obviously, but I'm curious if he sticks this out all the way through. Getting 2%, let's say that is real. Let's say these polls are real, is a big deal in this election. I think this election will be won by 2%. I'm gonna go ahead and say 1.8. That is my final prediction. I think Trump wins by 1.8 in this election. That's how close I think it's going to be. Kanye
so who
running,
would Kanye be taking points away from? Biden?
Not sure. And is it just the libertarian vote? Is it just people saying fuck it and fucking around? I don't know. Like my guess would be the Democratic side. But we'll see. And we'll see if he sticks this out and keeps going with it. But 2% was it was a very big number to me that I was really shocked by. And I was like, man, that is way higher than Joe Jorgensen is getting right now. And she is actually running. So strange. If he's able to ride this out, I wonder if this has any effect on the election. And if it does, let's say I'm correct. Let's say this Trump wins by 2% or under in this election. Kanye West then would be the difference in Trump winning and losing. And is there something to that?
Yeah, like I think that's all he's trying to do, right? Like he's not actually trying to win. He's trying to shake it up. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're mid-July right now. And if he rides this out, that 2% is going to be a big fucking deal. Huge deal. Because I have a feeling now after yesterday's news with these schools shutting down and these cities shutting down again, people are going to start voting against them. Whatever cities or states are shutting down, people are going to go the opposite way. There is so many fuck you Gavin Newsoms. And look, I was clearly in the camp of fuck you Roy Cooper when we were in North Carolina.
And then in Austin, everyone's fuck Greg Abbott.
Fuck Greg Abbott. He is not budged yet on what he's going to do with this city. And I think that's why is the uproar has been so massive. But they are definitely saying fuck the mayor of Austin right now. And Dan Hollaway is saying that he would like to run in 2024. We talked about it last night. Be the
run
mayor
for
of
mayor of Austin.
Yeah, you know how much it pays?
He's going to go against Austin, though. Austin Talley. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, we want Austin Talley to actually be the mayor, but if he doesn't run, then
I
It'd
don't
be
know.
great.
Sounds like we're talking about it, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So Dan in Austin.
And then he wants to be impeached. So he wants to win and then be impeached right afterwards. We had this conversation last night about 2024. But I said, hey, man, did you look into the salary of it? Because I looked into the salary of Wilmington to see what it was. And I think it was like, I don't know, 28 grand a year or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, no,
What's Austin's?
No. 88.
Whew.
Yeah. Decent gig.
Good to go. Get you a little white box in the city
for 88K. I mean, look, that's a fucking great American job if you're able to land it. The odd thing for me was when I heard that, initially you think to yourself, you're like, all right, what does a mayor really fucking do? Like in Wilmington, we had Bill Saffo, right?
Right.
I saw him at a barbecue once, and that was about it. The only other time I saw that motherfucker on the news or otherwise was if there was a hurricane coming to town.
Right.
And Jim Cantor got on the news and talked to the mayor of Wilmington. What are you going to do? Batten down the hatches.
Right.
So I was like, what does a mayor really do? And then all of this pandemic happened, and I was like, oh, he's super fucked. Like, he's just getting sued left and right. All the businesses in town hate him.
Sappho?
No, in Austin right now.
In Austin, yeah.
Same with Sappho. Sappho's taking some shit too.
I'm sure.
Every mayor across the nation has, because we're in a time that's unprecedented. You've never had to face a crisis like this, and you thought you'd take the mayor of the town job and be like, this is an easy gig for 88K or whatever, and then
now
all of
you're
a sudden.
Ruining businesses, ruining lives.
Yeah.
Hated.
It's brutal. It's brutal. So I wonder if this new election, now that things are starting to shut back down again, are the people that are sick of it and fed up with it and are probably going to lose their business go the other way now, simply because their way of life is going to be ruined. This is going to fuck up an entire generation, probably.
Yeah.
Because it was like you said at the top of the show, businesses are just going to leave. People are going to get out of Los Angeles and California and all that other stuff. Where they
they're
end
just
up,
going to completely shut down. That's what I mean. Like, the business will just be gone. If you have a small business, storefront, retail, small restaurant, I believe because the government doesn't actually think of you as people, they think of you as like just little pieces of, just little blocks, pieces of the puzzle. So I think that they just think of it as, well, and Trump even said it, like, if that business doesn't come back, another one will come back in its place. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not the business is going to be gone. Just everyone right now that has a small business is going to be wiped out.
Yep.
And when this is over, new, richer, bigger corporation, whatever, is going to come through.
Yeah.
And take over.
Wild times, man. And it makes me sad because a lot of people are going to lose their fucking jobs. But next up, I want to talk about the Tiger King exhibit is coming, James. It's coming.
To where?
Joe Exotic's most prized possession are now in the hands of that Zach Baggins guy. That's all that fucking guy does is buy shit.
Smart.
So some of the things that are going to be on display, Jabes, there's two big ones that people are really looking forward to. One of them is a personalized crown that Joe used to wear because obviously he was a king. So
have to see it.
The other one, you ready for this one?
The padlock that was on the penis?
Yeah, the penis pump.
Oh, the penis pump. I was saying the padlock. Remember, because he had a Prince Albert, and he would hang like a. Okay.
So apparently he had a penis pump.
Yeah.
And they're gonna put that on display, I guess, to show people what he was using to pump up his penis.
Okay.
For the shows, for the live shows. So that's kind of a fun thing. That's they're saying this. There's a section of the art mural wall. There's going to be an art mural wall there where you can go and see all this stuff that will be featuring a bullet hole from Travis's suicide.
A bullet hole?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't even know what that means.
So when he shot himself, I'm
Oh, so the
assuming
thing
it
in the
exited
wall.
it,
Yeah.
it exited his head and then went through the wall. That's kind of a nice tribute to him and his family.
If
To do
you
that.
make the trip to go see these items,
Mm-hmm.
just don't ever leave your house again. You're quarantined for life. That sounds like the stupidest, most boring thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. If you travel to that, like the thing with the Tiger King, we're done, aren't we? I thought we were done.
The last part of this is the other thing that's going to be on display is Travis Maldonado's glass pipe
Perfect.
that he used to smoke meth out of.
You know me. I'd rather see an arrowhead from like the Chew Mash in a glass box, which I don't. But what do you do? I mean, why?
Where are
Why?
you going? I'm going to the Tiger King exhibit. What are you going to see? Man, I was a huge Travis Maldonado fan, and I want to see the entry hole of where the bullet went in the wall, and then I want to see his glass meth pipe that he used to smoke out of on display.
And then I want to see a crown and a penis pump and just like, oh my gosh. Like, it's in Vegas too. So have fun.
I am all in on this.
If
you go there, somebody get us pictures of the bullet hole and the penis pump and the crack pipe. I want to see the meth pipe, please.
I mean, I just told you if you go, don't ever talk to me again. But sure, send pictures.
No, if you're a listener and you're in the Vegas area, I mean, shit. If I was in Vegas right now, I'd pop on down just to see it. Be like, oh my god, look at this. Hey, get a picture. Grab the kids. Let's get a picture in front of that suicide bullet hole. Did they take the drywall with them? Like, how did they do that? I wonder.
Well, they must have gotten stuff from his estate, right? So, like,
sure.
Who was in charge of it? I have no idea. But
you know who's in charge. Excellent question. Who do you think?
It's not Jeff Lowe, is it anymore?
Yep. Jeff Lowe. And so this was he left a treasure trove of Joe's old things and said it's a gift from Jeff. That was for Zach Baggins that he left that. So he was over the weekend shooting a show, a Ghost Adventure show, at the old stomping grounds of Tiger King. So you're welcome for that. I don't know what they're hoping to find. It'd be better probably if they did it at Carol Baskin's place, but whatever.
Yeah.
Like if you're looking for real ghosts and a dead body, go ahead.
Gosh, I was just in such a vulnerable place when I watched Tiger King. You know?
Yeah.
It's great, but I think people got confused that it was amazing. Do you know what I mean?
No, they didn't. I think you're over it now because of everybody talking about it, which I am too. But thinking back to it, I remember how locked in I was and how great it actually was, and it was perfect. It was pretty much flawless. Okay. That in The Last Dance, the Jordan doc, that's my onesie twosies for the summer of like docs that were perfect. Where think about it, if it wasn't as overhyped as it is now, and everybody's cashing in on this shit, it was the greatest thing ever. You never saw the end of the twists and turns and all of that shit. I didn't know. But I'm tired of seeing
but like
stories.
You get to the end of Tiger King. There's certain things that like, making a murderer, whatever. Like there's no resolve, right? So you can keep it going. You can keep interest. With Tiger King, it's done.
Yeah.
He's in jail. Everyone else is like still doing their shit. Like it's done. So in that regard, same with Jordan. It's like that ended and you're like, okay, like that's it. It has an ending. There's no lingering questions of something that might happen. And so in that respect, I'm like, why are we continuing to talk about something that's done?
Yeah.
Done.
Look, there is still an interest. I'll be curious to see how well this museum does. And again, if you're a listener out there and you happen to pop on in, grab us some pics.
it's an exhibit at his museum, right?
Yeah,
So at this place, you're gonna go and see, Anthony Bourdain's knives and weird ghost shit and all of this, and then in the corner is gonna be a penis pump and a fucking glass pipe, right? So it's not like you're going just for that.
It depends on the person, Jabes. Some people are going for that. Some people are going for Bourdain's knives. It's a onesie twosie there.
Bourdain's knives.
Would you really?
Uh-huh.
See, there is people out there that want to see this weird shit that doesn't mean anything to the world, where you're just like, all right, great. I want to see a meth pipe from Travis Maldonado.
The knives mean something to the world.
So does the meth pipe, Jessie. And I don't think you can separate the two. I'd venture to say this. How many people are world-class chefs versus how many people are meth addicts? Probably more meth addicts in this world.
I don't know. I'd say samesies.
Maybe.
Samesies with some crossover.
Oh, yeah. Because a lot of those,
I mean?
Yeah, a lot of those chefs smoke meth.
Mm-hmm.
So, we were at a restaurant right before you left, and I saw a guy just blowing weed all over the food as he was making it in the kitchen and not caring at all.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, dead serious. And drinking. He was drinking like a double vodka soda and then smoking one of those Juuls, and blowing it right into the sandwich. Didn't even give a shit.
Okay.
Probably enhance the flavor. We got some sponsors, Jabes, to pay for the show, though. We gotta get to them. Speaking of ghost hunters, you can hunt your own ghost on a ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros mattress. Best mattresses in the biz, kids. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. 30% off of bundle packages right now. 25% off of everything in the entire store if you're not bundling everything together. And if you get a mattress, you get 2 free pillows with it right now. And those ghost pillows are the goddamn best. I love them. As always, they've got a 36-month pay-as-you-go program, no interest at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. So if you're in one of these cities that is getting shut down, you might as well reside in comfort. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today and get on them deals.
So guys, there's something new actually.
At Ghostbed?
Yeah, they've bumped up on our landing page. They've bumped up the military and first responder percentage to 30%.
Are you fucking serious?
So if you go to the Drinkin Bros landing page and you are military and first responder, you're going to get 30% off everything.
Is that real?
In the store. Yeah, not just a bundle package. 30%. And then the other
shit. It's
the
right
other
here.
The other thing that everything else is still going. So 25% off, 2 free pillows, 25% off everything, 30% off the bundle. But for military and first responders, they've bumped it up because they're amazing.
Wait, hang on. There's 2 more here. Anybody who works in government and teachers. If you were a teacher out there, they have also given you 30% off of everything. That is incredible. Holy shit.
Is that amazing? So when you go to the landing page, just go all the way to the bottom, and then that's going to be where you can find military, first responder, teacher, all your guys' deals for if you are, in fact, any of those.
Man.
Is that amazing?
That's incredible. Congratulations, guys. That's
Rich
Bernstein. Greatest company there is. Dude, we've been with them for years. That's amazing. I didn't know that. I just opened up that email right now because you said it. Thank you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Shocked live on air. That doesn't happen very often. Next up, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Boom, 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 boom. Shabloiker.
4 amazing flavors. Grape, orange, lemon, and orange. I'm all hopped up on it today. Lasts longer than 5-hour energy. No carbs, no sugars. Tasty, tiny little tin pouch. You squeeze it open and rip it and grip it into any bottle available. Here it is. Boom. Boom, boom. Pop a couple squirts in and go. You're good to go for the day, son. I would not recommend taking a whole package to the brain. You'll be rocking, brother. You'll be doing meth. There was a guy who came in. Who came into the studio that day? And he pounded an entire pouch in front of me. And I was like, you should not have done that.
I don't know. It was either a Jacob Nickel.
Jacob Nickel, that's who it was.
Okay.
Jacob Nickel. Love you. Shout out.
I don't see the boards, but you guys, we are live right now.
We are live.
This
real
is live.
Real live.
Not like fake live, but
yeah.
I'm not seeing
we can't see the boards because we're looking
right
at
now.
the Zoom. Yeah. Which is fine. But go to strikeforceenergy.com today. Promo code Revolution gets you 20% off there, and they ship everywhere in the entire world. I've got a subscription. I've had it for years. Last but not least, we've got expressvpn.com/revolution, Jabes. Woo!
You knows it.
Everybody needs a VPN. It goes in the background seamlessly of every electronic device you have. Phones, computers, you name it, it's there. You can also rip, well, not rip, but you can watch videos from every Netflix and Hulu account around the world. And it beats the firewalls at work for porn. So you can watch anything you want. Breaks down every firewall you have, Jabes. And they also are going to give you 3 months for free if you sign up for a year. It's only $7 a month. You need it, Jabes. You need it. Go to expressvpn.com/revolution today and sign up and get yourself a VPN, Jabes. You're back in Ojai. You're back in Ventura. We're going to be doing shows here for a couple days like this, and then I'll be in LA with you. And D'Anthony's going to come out for a week, and we're going to do some shows out there. Today is National Nude Day, Jabes.
Ah.
Yeah. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. And I didn't know that was still a thing in the society we live in today, because we can't have anything nice anymore. So
well,
what that entails is being nude, and I guess it's fine. But only at your house. This is not a government regulated thing. You know, I've bitched about these days, right? Yeah. So I can't do these days anymore and try to take them seriously. Like, and people are hashtagging it and tweeting it and everything else. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing for it? Unless you're going to show your whang on Twitter or some nice tit pics out there for the people, don't put a hashtag on it. You know? Don't get involved in that bullshit. But if you are, and you're putting up that hashtag, better see some titties today is all we're saying. Or some dongs. Or some dongs. You know, I love a great dick pic. You know? Always have. Always will.
Always will, yeah.
Now, there's another trending day that's going on with this as well. Because, let's face it, there's only 365 days in a year, Jabes. Some of these are going to blend together. Some people are going to want their own shit. Right?
Yeah.
The other one that is trending right now is hashtag non-binary day.
What?
Yeah. Where are you going right now?
I have to plug in.
I don't know what non-binary day means. I'm not even sure I understand what non-binary is. Can you explain that? Yeah.
Non-binary is the other. If you're binary, you're just like a cyst.
A what?
Like a just normal, you're assigned male.
A cis.
And you're heterosexual.
An SIS, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused by this. So what is the non-binary means? You're just a normal heterosexual person?
If you're binary, you're, I don't know. I don't want to say normal, but if you're binary, normal. Non-binary, that's everything else.
Okay.
Binary, you are the science that we've known for years.
Okay.
Believed in for years.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Along with the social construct of that.
Mm-hmm.
Non-binary is this new thing that's happening.
Great.
So pretty much this is the day for everyone that's other.
Okay. Okay. So if you're straight, just so I'm correct on this, if you're a straight male and or female, this is not your day. If you're everything else, it is your day.
Yes.
Great.
One day, you know?
Yeah. Is it? I don't really understand, you know?
non-binary, or genderqueer, is the spectrum of gender identities that are not exclusive. Yeah. So just want to make sure that I was saying it right, because sometimes I get fiction and nonfiction mixed up.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to make sure. I'll be like, is that the real one or the fake one? Yeah. So non-binary people identify as having 2 or more genders.
Okay.
Oh, so 2 genders. Oh.
There you go. Yeah, so you got to have a...
I'm confused.
Yeah, you got to have a couple different parts there on you, you know?
Well, you have to have one part and identify as another part. Maybe?
Okay, so if I get a dick but I identify as a woman, then is it my day?
Maybe that's a non-binary.
Okay. Yeah. That's a fun thing.
That is a fun thing.
So it's just kind of like make-believe, like whatever you think is going on in your mind at the time, like you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good to know. Good to know. Again, these days are all important, and it's really important that we tell you on the show so you can know what to celebrate and what not to celebrate today.
So it's both nude and non-binary?
It is. So it is both of those days that are today.
So it's non-binary and then outing yourself as the gender that you actually are.
Correct.
Okay.
So I just want to put that in perspective for everybody. So whatever gender you're pretending to be in your mind as a non-binary, if you're going to take a nude of yourself on National Nude Day, people will find out whether or not you're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Of if you are that.
No, I mean, it's not the truth or not the truth, right? Look, we clearly are like old, like 80-year-old people when it comes to.
No, not at all.
Yeah, like we're like an 80-year-old grandpa when being gay was first a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we're at mentally. Although we're a little bit more evolved in that we're like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's cool. I don't give a shit.
Sure.
I just don't understand it. But whatever. Who fucking cares?
No, I don't care. And I'm just trying to figure it out. When I see these days,
yeah, but you never will. You never will.
No, I never will. I never will.
You never will.
But I want to have the conversation, James, and it's important to have that and to be understood, you know, try to find myself, better myself. But this is a day that I will still never understand. Like National Squirrel Day. I get that. It's to celebrate squirrels and all their power and everything they do for the universe. But this one, I'm just trying to figure out because I don't know what that means.
Sure.
I haven't heard the phrase binary pop up except for in the last like maybe 3 years, 2 years maybe. Yeah. I think it's a fun thing that we can just kind of name ourselves whatever. And you know who's ahead of that trend? Your boy Googie.
Yeah. So Googie was, or girl, I actually don't know. Because they didn't know. Do you know what I mean?
Non-binary. Yeah.
Yeah, non-binary. So Googie knew. Their parents knew.
Yeah, that it was time to start naming and describing yourself as whatever you wanted.
You can be whatever you want to be in your mind.
Yeah.
You know?
But if you want to take a nude of it, people are going to know what you are and what you do on that sitch. So
sure.
So I'm amped about it, but I wish the days would just go, like the fake days would go away and all that shit. Like, you know, let's put a cap on that. Because I think we're all done with that. I think it's more for businesses, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so it's like if it's donut day.
Yes.
You're good. Cupcake day, chocolate day, nacho day.
Yeah. Now nacho day I can get behind every day.
Now nacho day is every day.
Yeah. By the way, being back in Texas, Mexican food here is great, isn't it?
I know, and I'm in the land as well. So we're both getting our Mexican.
Yeah, the Queso brothers are here.
Yeah, the Queso boys.
The Queso brothers are here.
My brother and dad went to brunch at the taqueria. They set up an outdoor area. Brunch boys.
Yeah, the brunch boys.
I was like, you brunch boys, have fun, brunch boys.
Yeah.
They're like, stop.
Did they drink?
No, they didn't. They had coffee, but you can. Mimose, remember those big schooners, ice cold.
Big fan. Big fan. That's something I've noticed in Texas is a trend of like, hey, let's get margaritas in the middle of the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure something out. Not a lot of wine around. Not a lot of wine.
No.
Went to a couple places in one night that didn't have wine, which was crazy to me. I guess maybe that's gonna be something I have to get used to, right?
Yeah. Also, seeing someone drink red wine in 104-degree heat is weird.
Not red. I'm just wanting like a good. We went to one Mexican place that had a Josh Rosé, which is like no headache, you're good. $20 bottle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then there's every other place that we went was barefoot. So I'm doing white. I'm doing rosés. Like I'm getting on the summer train.
Yeah.
But if those are bad, here's why. So if a white wine is a barefoot, it will fuck your shit up way more than a red wine that's a barefoot. Do you understand?
I agree. Yeah.
So like a bad white wine can kill you.
Yeah, a lot of people have died.
A bad red wine, you just get a little bit tired. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not like dying the next day. So that's the only thing that I go with red for, because you can get it places that are a little sketchy and it's not going to kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to get used to that, Jays. We're going to have to get used to the afternoon drink sitch again. It's been a while. LA was a big afternoon drink town. It was just like, oh, hey, margs at lunch. That's a necessary thing. And you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I won't be getting used to it, but you do it already, so you should be fine.
James, come on. Your mouth and your attitude are not welcomed here.
Do it already, so you should be fine. And it's not a place.
What's not a place?
It's not relegated to places. It's not like, oh, LA was a afternoon place.
I disagree.
Texas is an afternoon place. It's just there's more people per capita that are still living their best lives, including you. I personally have kids, so the place does not determine when I drink, right?
Right.
It's my children. It's the time I have to take care of them later, what I'm drinking, what my day is like. So I love that people like you and younger people that don't really have a lot going on in that way are able to just be like, oh, I guess we drink in the afternoon here, and think that it's actually the place when it's in fact you.
Yeah. No, it is definitely the place, by the way.
No, because it's like your Airbnb can be I guess this is an afternoon drinking place. You know what I mean?
No,
it's
I don't do it. Like if you got to read the room. You got to read the room and who you're with, where it's just like, all right, great. That's important in life, James. And I'm sorry, I'm super young, and there's nothing I can do about that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm only getting younger.
Super young, and you had kids. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone you were with had kids, right?
Sure.
The person that you're with has kids.
Mm-hmm.
Is what you could kind of play it off as. Whereas I can't, right?
Well, I'm
I
not
have
there.
The kids.
I'm not there, Jabes, you know? Who's watching them right now, by the way?
I don't know.
I didn't know.
I'm fucking drinking in the afternoon, bro. What are you fucking talking about? It's just the vibe here.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was going to be like the Today Show where like Carson Daly's kids start climbing in through the room, you know?
No, as you know, I do not have chill kids. So they're at grandma's. I'm going to pick them up after this.
Yeah. Look at you, Jabes. Proud of you. I got to get this ring light for the rest of this shit. Whatever you're doing, you look great.
I'm going to send you either the link so you can go to Best Buy.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, if this is working, we can make it work, guys. Right?
We'll see. We can't check any of the message boards because
I think that's going to be the
staring
next
at a Zoom,
step.
But,
yeah.
Is it? We'll see. I don't know. I'm terrible at technology and it just doesn't exist. So who knows? Who knows, Chase, what's going to happen? But I want that Bronco, baby. Give me that Bronco, baby.
Bronco.
God, they did it, man. They just fucking did it. Big fan of it. A lot of people talking about it today. And I love that for you.
I love
know?
that for you, and I'm happy for you. Know that I am okay.
Yep. Vision board above
Know
the
that I am.
computer that Bronco will be in the driveway next year, whenever that comes out, or whenever China decides to let us have nice things again. But not sure when that's going to happen.
That's so great.
Oh, so great, isn't it?
That's so nice for you. I want only the best for you.
For
Know that
Jessie
I
Wiseman, aka the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Revolution. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.